So have you heard about the new Kevin Hart lawsuit against Tasha K?
Yes.
Okay, so now Kevin Hart is suing Tasha K because he is alleging that she tried to extort him to not put the interview out. And he's also alleging that, the girl is lying on him and also trying to get a restraining order on Tasha K and get the interview pulled down because the interview is saying a whole lot of wild shit.
Normally, I haven't kept up with what you bring to me. This one, I actually saw a lot of the interview. I know the background on it and about the restraining order, rather. Yeah.
So we got some news on the restraining order and on what the judge is saying about the case so far. But also, I want to kind of give people a little bit of what was being said in this interview because it's crazy. She's talking about his affairs in the office. She's talking about him
let it fly.
gambling away the company money. She's talking about him lying on his ex-best friend about the whole scandal, about him being extorted in the beginning, the first time, about the girl in the hotel in Las Vegas.
Which turned out to be unfounded.
The guy got acquitted. He didn't do it, allegedly.
Exactly.
That makes it look even crazier that he tried to hang his best friend out to dry if that's what happened. But this is the trailer for the interview that Tasha K dropped. So we'll play parts of it.
And had set him up
in exchange for millions of dollars.
All the charges were dropped against JT, but they weren't dropped against Kevin.
They redug up, I guess, old LGBTQ jokes or something.
Correct.
That he was saying on Twitter, and they wanted him to apologize, and he said, "Fuck you."
Haley is his publicist, so she called me. She was just like, "Hey, Miesha, have you spoke to Kevin?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Dave Becky just called me, his manager. Why?" And then she was like, "The whole Oscar thing, Kevin needs to say an apology. He's about to lose Nike."
The first scandal was with the first baby.
Correct.
The one in Vegas.
Yes.
So these other scandals.
It's another one in the office.
She pregnant again.
Correct. With her second baby.
And he's still leaving semen stains all over the couch at the Heartbeat Studio.
Correct.
And showering and then going home like.
I told Aniko, Kevin is cheating on you with the girl named Mick Snorgan. She's his flight attendant. She's on his planes.
Does Kevin have a gambling problem or something?
His game is poker.
He gambled y'all money away and had to pay y'all half checks?
Yes. Exactly. It was Leland. Leland was messing with our money. But I said, here she is. Ah!
Woo! She came on. I don't know what you did to this woman.
Gauntlet.
I don't know what you did to this woman, but she is telling it all with receipts. So look, the judge, I guess, now is reviewing a protection order. So he didn't get the protection order, if I'm not mistaken. And he wanted the judge to have the video pulled down, and he said no. And the reason why he said it is because basically in Kevin's report where he's saying that this is all false, Kevin is not, or at least his lawyers did not provide sufficient evidence to prove that this was false. So you can't say she needs to take this down. She's lying on me. This is all fake news if you don't have proof or you're not giving them anything to go off of their proof that this woman is lying on you.
100%.
Because if she is telling the truth, then she has every right to tell the truth.
And it looked like she got receipts. I mean, if she's given details, this isn't like something that is random because half checks and the timing of the alleged cheating and all of that. It seems like she has.
And then again, his friend got acquitted.
That's the part that really stood out to me, is that he accused his friend of the same thing that he is now accusing Tasha K of, but his friend was exonerated of that.
And you know how you kill, and this is one thing I've learned from being in media now. You know how you kill a story? You drop a bigger one. So the original story is Kevin cheated on his wife. Then the story comes out, oh, his best friend set him up. It was some type of ploy. They set him up and tried to extort him for millions of dollars.
Is on the new, bigger story.
It's one thing if that's what happened. It's a whole nother thing if you set your ex-best friend up to take the fall for something that you did when you really didn't have to. I don't think you have to take it that far. And I'm pretty sure that if there was a way for the law enforcement to arrest this person and prosecute them for it, they would. And I'm pretty sure that there would be the evidence for it. It all had to be digital.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying that Kevin is lying. I'm not saying that this woman is telling the truth. But what I am saying is there's something going on. There's some shit going on.
You absolutely can't say that he's lying.
Exactly.
We don't know. We don't know any of that. But from the looks of it and the temperature and the weight, she's not pausing. She's not thinking. She's not stumbling over her words. She know what, you know what I mean? She's flowing with it. What do they say? You don't have to remember the truth. And that's how it seems. That's how she's coming off. That's the energy she's giving. And then she pulling out the phone. We don't know what's on her phone. However, it's just her timing is impeccable.
And again, now the thing, to Kevin's defense, I I am wondering what would motivate her to speak this truth? Because number one, you don't really care about the friend that much, let's be honest. Number two, this man, he'll pay your bills. Number three, even if I don't give a damn if he having sex with everybody in the office, that ain't your business. As long as he paying your checks, you don't go telling this man wife nothing. That ain't, what is wrong with you? So I didn't agree with that.
Now,
I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly. And it does make you wonder, why are you so invested in this?
Yeah,
what
why
do
do
you
you care?
stand to gain or lose by putting this man out there like that?
Exactly. Like, that's the confusing part for me, is why would you go through all, like, you're not friends with his wife. This is the man that you with every day. This is the guy that this is the guy to pay you. This is the guy to put you on and put you in a position to make money. Why would you go tell his wife that? Why are you messing up his house? For what? like what do you get out of that?
And that makes make me wonder about her. What is your motivation?
Exactly. Now, I haven't seen the entire interview. I've only seen parts of it, so I don't know exactly how deep the rabbit hole goes. But from the outside looking in, it just seems like for you to go this hard in an interview, you would have to, why?
I have a theory, but of course we don't.
What's your theory?
We don't know. I'm a woman, and I know what women do.
So you feel like she wish she was the one in the office getting them legs put up.
What you was mad at that you wasn't the only one? Of course I don't know, but again, I'm a woman and I have done some. Yes, I have to admit, I have done some petty things as a woman, and I have had some petty things done to me from women. And a woman's jealous, what hell hath no fury?
Exactly.
Like a woman's scorn. And I'm not saying that is what this is about. I don't know. I have no clue. I just know in my mind starts thinking like, girl, what you upset about?
That's all I'm trying to
figure out. Why
you
you dropping all these bombs?
Exactly. Like, I just don't know why you would go this hard. Because you're trying to ruin.
This is personal.
You're trying to ruin this man.
This is personal.
Did
this
he do
ain't
something?
No quick come up. Because it's not like.
Because like, you went to Tasha K. If you had this story, you could have sold it to TMZ. First of all, Tasha is the same woman that got sued by Cardi B and is now like claiming bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? Trying
about
not
to get sued again by Kevin. It's a lot.
Like hiding money that she actually just got caught, allegedly, trying to hide money from Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? That lawyer's going through all her bank accounts. So my whole thing is, it's not like she had like a whole lot of money to pay you for this interview. That's why I do believe I would not be surprised if she hit Kevin and was like, look, man. Now look, this can go one of two ways.
$250,000 easy way or the hard.
$250,000 is what you spend that on jet money. That's jet gas for the week. We can just make sure none of this come out.
Meet me on the corner, drop 5th and Oak,
paper
drop
bag.
the bag.
I'll make sure this is, look, because the stuff I got right now, I don't even want to do this with you. It got too crazy for me. So throw me some bread so I can feel good about this.
She got to pay that light bill.
So maybe that was the play. Or is this the same play that was ran before?
Is that it's true and he needs the distraction.
Exactly, because there's a difference between the interview just coming out, because that's the thing. That is crazy. There's a difference between this interview coming out and then now you just got to deal with the publicity versus now you're the victim because they tried to extort you.
Again.
So I don't know.
But not really, because he wasn't extorted the first time, according to
the law enforcement. I mean, shit. So I mean,
this is just very interesting.
Interesting. So I don't know if he did it or not, but
I love Kevin Hart, and initially Kevin's honesty and his
standing up and just taking accountability,
being earnest and taking accountability. It brings us all back to a human moment, because we have all made a mistake. We have all done something wrong. We have all hurt someone. We have all been hurt. So there's a level of understanding that you like, we get it. We empathize with you. We sympathize with you. But as it keeps happening, it's kind of hard to keep on understanding, and it becomes more not so much of this isolated incident, but it becomes, this is who you are.
But see, this is my thing. Nothing that he's done, at least from what from the little bit I know about the interview, this is more like family business. It's nothing illegal. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, like nobody
That's for his family to deal. That's with for his wife to deal with. I agree. Putting that man on blast like this is real ugly, because some things do need to be personal.
And I just don't see if he did anything illegal or anything that hurt other people. You know what I'm saying? But stuff that happened with his wife, that's between their household. If he can't pay his business bills and the business stuff, like that's different. But like that, like those, like none of this, I just don't understand. It's like you said, it just seems ugly, like a smear campaign. So
that's the perfect.
It's
that's
just
the
a
perfect
smear
way to put it.
And so
and again, what's your motivation? What did Kevin do to you?
Exactly. So honestly, I feel like even in this situation, people really don't mind. I feel like he could just come out and be like, I got some problems, I'll do some shit, whatever. But I don't know if I will say this. The only thing that I can see and the reason why he has to fight so vehemently against it is because at the level he's at, you can't do that. But the studios that put the kind of money they put behind Kevin, this nigga,
bad publicity definitely doesn't help. However,
in his specific industry, like as a comedian, none of this matters. As the movie star, you cannot do this. As a global movie star, you can't do this. So that's the problem.
Because it's a lot of money behind him, and as we see, it only takes a few words. I'm just gonna give an example. They're saying that The Color Purple tanked because Taraji was saying all the things that she was saying. And again, that's hearsay, but it really only takes a couple things to happen for people to thumbs down you.
And movie studios is already hard enough for a black man, but movie studios are not putting in. You gotta understand, when you're an actor of his caliber, you're slated out 3 years in advance. So he's already 3 years out on movies, at least, of plans, because he's probably signed multiple deals. He got multiple franchises on his back.
His movies that's coming out now, that's been
exactly.
Been shot and been edited and been ready.
So he's probably slated for the next 3 or 4 years. You got these companies betting hundreds of millions of dollars on you. They don't want none of this. You can't be doing none of this.
I mean, Jonathan Majors.
Perfect example. He was slated out for at least probably a couple of years, and that's going in the blink of an eye. So we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully, I am on Team Kevin in the sense of I wish no ill will on him, and I hope that it's not true. I hope these things do not blow back on him, and I do hope there's nothing in this that is criminal or it is like something harming someone.
And nothing like that has been said. This is all, I'm going to go back to what you said. This is all a smear campaign. And it's like, why is you putting that man
like, even if it is true, it's just like,
because the next thing is now somebody, they want to know what your dirty laundry look like. You got to be ready for that too. People to get their lick back.
Of course, especially with somebody got that kind of money and power and connection. So yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty sure she understands that as well. So I'm pretty sure this was calculated, or I would hope that you would think that far. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. And if the judge, I really want to see if Kevin wins the lawsuit, if the video gets taken down. I don't know why he needs a restraining order. I don't even think they live in the same state, but they don't, I'm pretty sure. But like, if he wins this case against Tasha K and makes this money, that'd be crazy. Like if she loses,
like find a new career, baby, because this ain't working.
That's why I don't play these games, goddamn. Look, you can break the story. We'll talk about it. I don't want to break the story energy. Breaking the story gets you hurt. Look, that's how
get them pockets tapped.
That's how journalists end up disappearing. I don't want to break nothing. I'm a commenter.
We're just commenting, people.
Hey, facts.